Nolan Patrick, the number 2 overall pick by the Philadelphia Flyers, and many people thought he could have been number 1 or number 2. We are happy that he fell to the second spot and will now bring his hockey lineage from the great Patrick family into Philadelphia as we welcome Nolan Patrick to the show here on 97.3 ESPN. Nolan, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
We're happy to have you, and I guess right off the bat, it's got to be a pretty interesting family affair now. You got a former Ranger in your family. Your father was a Sabre, and now you being a Flyer. There's a lot of bitterness between those franchises.
Yeah, exactly. I think both my dad and my uncle played in a few different spots in the NHL, and I was lucky enough to have those guys in my family to give me a lot of advice growing up, so they've been huge for me.
Yeah, obviously you've been around the game and the NHL for virtually your entire life. How gratifying is it now that you will follow in the footsteps of many people in your family and be a part of this league?
Yeah, it's really exciting. I was lucky enough to play junior where my dad played junior, so it's pretty cool to follow in his footsteps there. And there's obviously still a lot of work to be done before I play in the NHL. But my goal is to make it this year. So hopefully I can reach that goal.
Nolan Patrick with us. Are you sick and tired of talking about your health or rehab or injuries or anything like that? I mean, are you sort of chomping at the bit, or does it motivate you to be like, all right, look, if you guys want to keep asking you about this, fine, but I'm just going to go out and show you?
To be completely honest, at this point, it's pretty annoying. It's something that I've been asked about. I've been asked about the whole year, but it doesn't bother me too much to go home and start pouting about it. So it's obviously it gets annoying getting asked the same question over and over again. But it's a little motivation to show up ready for the start of the season.
Now, when you see the Flyers roster as constructed, do your eyes get a little big too? Because you think, hey, I can really make an impact with this club. And how excited were you that it was the Flyers that you're going to?
Yeah, I was really excited. When I saw that they got that high in the lottery, and I had a chance to go there, I was really excited if that happened. Lucky enough it did, and they're the team that I watched a lot growing up, and I really liked the way the team played and the style of game. So I've looked at the roster a little bit now since they've picked me, and there's obviously some great players in that team. So hopefully I can have a chance to play with them this year.
I asked you about your health. The other thing that happens all the time with draftees is what player you style your game after, and people like to put those projections on you. Have you agreed with the stuff that's out there, or who do you think? What's the name you'd willingly offer up that your game is like?
For me, I try to be my own player. There's not really one guy that I exactly compare my game to, but probably the closest would be Anze Kopitar.
We're talking with Nolan Patrick. Hey, have you got a chance to talk, or did Hexie indicate that, hey, you have it? Because the Flyers have not been very willing to have young guys come up and play, but Provorov being up here, a guy you've played with, did he give you any indication that you can make this team this year?
He didn't straight up say that to me, but there's obviously a lot of work to be done, and I think you said he's not against having rookies on the team. So if I prove myself and he thinks I'm ready, then I'll step in. But it's up to them at the end of the day. So I'll be really excited to come to camp, and hope I can make the team.
Nolan, you played enough hockey to know that to the average fan, they zero in on, well, how many goals did the guy score? But there's so much more to the game than that. What else do you do well, in your opinion, other than put the puck in the net?
I think my defensive game is one of the strongest parts of my game. I've prided myself since I was young at being a two-way centerman and playing against our team's top guy. So that's probably something that fans wouldn't notice as much as putting puck in the net.
You're also a pretty big guy. That's something the Flyers are trying to, it seems like, get bigger. They were very small, not quite as physical the last couple of years. So obviously, them being in that number 2 spot and you kind of being there, did it all kind of work out the way the process you thought it was going to be? Because it seemingly was a 2-guy race between you and Nico. Did everything kind of go the way you thought it was, or was it just like a bizarre thing, or was it pretty standard?
I kind of had a gut feeling that it was going to go that way, and I was really excited when it did. And I really like Philly, and I was really excited if I'd have a chance to go there, like I was saying before. So when I saw Nico went there to Jersey at 1, I was just hoping they were gonna take me there. So I was really excited when they did.
What was it like playing for the Brandon Wheat Kings? Because before you came on, I was talking with Mike Gill a little bit about that lineage of Brandon Wheat Kings that have gone on to play for the Philadelphia Flyers, including the GM, Ron Hextall.
Yeah, Brandon was really good for me. It was a great experience playing in Brandon, and it was good management, good fans, and it's a great place to play. The city's really behind the team, and they're always giving good support. So I had a lot of fun playing there, and I met some really good guys playing there. It was a good experience for me.
We're talking with Nolan Patrick. He was drafted second overall by the Flyers on Friday night's entry draft. So what's next for you? I know, after you guys get drafted, people kind of say, all right, this is when it starts. So what's Nolan Patrick's next couple of months like?
I'm heading down to Philly on Sunday, and then I'm staying down there for about a month training and stuff like that. So that's what the next month's looking like, and then I'll come back home and spend some time with family and friends and, keep training with my strength coach and kind of go back and forth for the rest of the summer.
Well, if anything, Nolan, being in Philly has to be better than living in Newark, right? I don't know.
I guess so.
I don't know that that's how you grade of where you wanted to play, but if you had to choose between living in Philly and living in Newark, I think you made out in that deal.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really excited I'll play now.
Of course, Nolan Patrick, the number 2 overall pick. The Flyers loaded up with draft choices. Mm-hmm. They got another pick, number 27, and we'll see when everything happens, training camp. And, of course, you can listen to all the Flyers
Trial
hockey
on
games.
the aisle, too. He should be down in our area more than likely. I think, Nolan, you'll be down at the Flyers do a thing every year down here near where we are at the Jersey Shore. So it's not a vacation, though, for you. You'll have to work out a little bit, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
All right, Nolan. Well, good luck. The journey begins, and we appreciate a couple minutes of your time.
All right, guys. Thanks for having me.